YouTube. What it do? YouTube. Yeah. It's early morning. You dig? Just getting off. Gonna go live one time for your man. One time for your Mizan. My dog James. What up, bro? What's good? Just got off not long ago. I say, guess what, man? We going live for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? For myself, but we going live for the people just as well. YouTube. Hold on, I think I like it better. I don't know. I kind of like the light, but then again, I don't. Let's see. You know, we got to give people an opportunity to enter the building. This light is just kind of, I don't know. Y'all let me know how you like it. If I'm too dark, say, Kens, turn the light on. If not, that's cool, man. Y'all double tap that screen, man. I need 1,000 likes. Far cry from 1,000 likes, but guess what? I need 1,000 likes, man. You know what I mean? My peoples, man, Friday night, man. Let's get turned. Respectfully, though. We're going to keep it respectful. Let's see who's in the building. My dog, TB, number 6, Terry Brown. What's good, man? I ain't doing shit. We got Jersey Triple OG in the building. Actually, I don't think it's Jersey. It's Jessaray. Triple OG is in the building. Whatever the case may be. I appreciate you chiming in. What's that, Jesse Ray? Triple OG? What's good, man? What's going on with y'all, man? It's Friday night. Actually, it's Saturday morning, if you want to be technical about the situation. Just got off not long ago. I said, man, let me go live for a minute, man, just to, you know, chop it up with the people, man. You know, see what's what. See what's what. Y'all let me know. Y'all want me to have the light on? This is with the light on. So I can only see it on my end. This is with the light on or with the light off. Probably the light on, because y'all know what I look like. As far as the people that rock with me on a regular basis. But some people may just be chiming in and never seen me before. So, not that I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But at least you will have a visual of what an individual looks like. So happy to be in the building. Y'all double tap that screen. We got to get our likes up. Need 1,000 likes, man. 1,000. 1,000. We're going to keep it 1,000, man. I'm hungry. I know it's rude to eat on camera, but guess what? This is RealkenzTV, man. And we don't do what everybody else does. Not proper etiquette. This is not proper etiquette to eat. I'm hungry. Respectfully. She was in the building, like I said, man. We're gonna talk about some things. Mainly Q&A, whatever you all want to talk about. But we're not gonna start the questions at this point because we're gonna allow people to enter the building. Margaret Scott said, get them likes up, man. You feel me? North Dakota, man. Townhounds 5925, man. Thank you. Thank you. North Dakota, man. Terry Brown, light on. Got you, bro. Got you. And I know if TB said it, number 6, it's all good. You got North Dakota in the building, man. Can't say if I've ever seen North Dakota in the building. But I'm definitely excited. I'm excited that North Dakota's in the building. And I'm excited that you all are in the building, man. You know what I mean? Think about it. Saturday morning, I don't even know what time it is. It's 12:39 where I'm at. 12:39 a.m. We could be doing so many things. So many other things that we could be doing. But y'all decided to stop by and rock with Real Kens, man, and I appreciate you, man. To my soul, I appreciate you. HD sucker, what's up, player? What's good? Where you chiming in from? You know what I mean? Where you chiming in from? Thank you for chiming in. But we're gonna have some fun tonight. What's up, man? Ladies and gentlemen, 420. Man, I ain't doing nothing, man. What's good with you? Thank you. Cali. Cali's in the building. What part of Cali? You know what? I never been to California. So on my bucket list, I want to go. I've never been to California, man. What's crazy? Canada's in the building. Little white boy. Don't matter white, black, Chinese, Mexican. We all people. We all people. Shout out to you. Much love, much respect. Y'all double tap that screen, man. We're going to do a Q&A tonight. Y'all ask me whatever you want to ask me. I just want to give it a little bit longer to allow the people to enter the building. Alaska. Crimbo slice. Is that Crimbo or Crimbo slice? 1153 Alaska's in the building, man. What's up? What's good? What's good, Alaska? Is it cold yet? You know what I mean? Is it cold in Alaska yet? Because it's, I'm in Kentucky. The bluegrass state, that's what they call it. I mean, Lexington, Kentucky. It's not cold, but it's a little, you know, it's rainy. A little nippy, but it's not. I got my little hoodie on. I'm comfortable. You feel me? I always thought about Alaska. And I got a story about Alaska. But I always thought about Alaska as being a cold-ass state. So let me tell you all about Alaska. Jesse Ray, Triple OG, my dog, ATL, dropping loads. He drops the biggest loads in the business. You know what I mean? He drops the biggest loads in the business. Pause. Terry Brown said he was born in Fairbanks, Alaska. I ain't know it, TB. Shout out to you. Alaska. Toronto's in the building. What up, Toronto? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm doing me. What's good? I'm going to tell y'all about my situation with Alaska. A couple more minutes. Sorry if I appear to be rude, but I'm hungry, man. I've been working all day, as probably most people have, so I'm no better than nobody else. But I got a brief story about Alaska. Never been to Alaska, but I know somebody that has. Dropping to the 20s and below. Damn. We still in the 50s out here. Maybe high 40s, mid 40s. Yeah, we're not to the 20s yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But so back in 2000, and it was actually 2000. I definitely was. And a rather similar, I was struggling with a 12-foot trailer. Couldn't back that son bitch in for nothing. Some people are just blessed to do certain things. I don't know. I couldn't get in there. Some days chicken, some days feathers. I'll be able to back it straight in. And some days, I literally have to get somebody. Come on, man. To pull that son bitch off the little ball, double pause. Push the trailer down. After we took the riding mowers off. And that's how we parked it. I couldn't back the shit in. I don't know what it was. Just couldn't, man. But I'm gonna keep it real. Steelers. My dog, he's representing the Steelers real tough. Jackie Harvard. Go Steelers. So like I said, I double tap that screen, man. Y'all just kick back, relax. We gonna ride, man. Y'all rock with me. It may be loud. Let me turn the heat off. Friday night, early Saturday morning. Could be doing anything else, as I already mentioned. But y'all rocking with me, man. This is where I get my solace. This is where I get my peace. People that good, genuine people, man. They just say, you know what, man? We don't want nothing from you. I ain't got shit. You know what I mean? We just gonna rock with you. Year 2000. I go to the strip club one night. I go to the strip club, but I rarely go to the strip club. I was never really a strip club type of individual. I had a lot of money. I had a lot of money when I was younger, but tricking it off at the strip club wasn't one of the things that I would go. Me and my partners. It was about 4 or 5 of us, 6 of us. We all came up together, so we rocked, We did, hung out. Okay, we went to the strip club last time. I bought the brew last time. So now you got a brew this time. The pitchers of beer that they set on the table. Very, very reasonable. $5, $6. Strip club, man, and back then, like I said, we would go. It was never on a regular basis, but maybe once a week, twice a week. So one night I slide in a totally different strip club. It was called Camelot West. If you're from Lexington, Kentucky, which is not many people on here from Lexington, Kentucky, but if you are and you're familiar, it was called Camelot West. The strip club that my friends and I frequented was Thumpers. It's often referred to as the hood strip club. Anything could potentially go down at Thumpers. I'm in Camelot West one night. I go by myself. My cousin, who was really like my brother, he had a brother, but his brother passed away, so like he always looked at me. We was a year apart. Well, we are a year apart. Always looked at me as his little brother. Me, I ain't looking at myself as the little brother, but that's how he looked at me. Wasn't gonna let nothing happen to me. Nothing. And if it was gonna happen to me, it was gonna happen to him. I'm sure you all can relate to that. Some of you all. So I go in the club one night and his girl is like tripping, man. He was with this girl, man. And I wish I remember her name because I would say her name. And if it pops up in my mind, I'm going to say it. Because sometimes I try to hide people's names and identities. But she was just ignorant, man. Like cussing him out, talking crazy to him anytime he wanted to leave the house or whatever. He didn't show up. I'm sitting there, I'm waiting on him or whatever. This young lady comes to the table. Nice, man. Red bone. She's probably about 5'9". Body's perfect. You got to understand, this was in the year 2000. Body's perfect, man. I already know the game. I done been to plenty of strip clubs. I know the dancer sits down. A few minutes later, the waitress is gonna come over. Would you like to buy the beautiful young lady a drink? I get it. I'm not tricking no money off in a strip club. You see, oftentimes that when they say, would you like to buy the beautiful lady a drink? Yeah, I get her a drink. What would you like? A double Hennessy, triple Hennessy? Just $30 back then. The thing is, when they bring the beautiful lady a drink, it's tea. It's a dark, it looks like Hennessy, but it's not Hennessy. It looks like it might be a double shot of vodka or whatever, but it's not. It's water and mixed with, it's game. It's game. So you paying all of that money because the dancers are responsible for selling a certain amount of drinks. I'm already privy. I'm already hip. Plus, if I wasn't hip, I'm not spending no money like it in the strip club. I don't give a damn how much money I got. I'm not making it rain. Make it rain, make it rain. I'm not doing that. I'm fun. I'm the life of a party. I'm going to turn up. I'm going to have fun, but I'm not throwing out money. Who's doing that, man? Give a damn how many millions I don't have, but I'm just saying if I did, I'm not doing it. As I mentioned, would you like to buy the beautiful lady a drink? Y'all double tap that screen, man. I need 1,000 likes, and I'm very, very far from 1,000. The young lady's name is Michelle. I don't know if it's her real name at the time, but she was like, my name is Michelle. And your real Ken's James from East Vinland, chiming in from the hospital on duty. Shout out to Vinland, you know what I mean? And shout out to James Alexander 7583 for chiming in on his work shift at the hospital. Much love to you, homie. Appreciate you, man. And so, shoot 40 is 40. I don't know necessarily what that means, but. And so, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to the young lady, and the waitress comes over like clockwork, and it's like, would you like to buy the young lady a drink? Before I even get an opportunity to say anything, she was like, no, I'm cool. I'm good. I don't want anything. So I see the waitress kind of look at her like, bitch, is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, she didn't say that, but that was the look that she gave her. Man. So I'm talking to her, whatever. She's like, would you like a dance? I mean, you sitting there, you talking to me or whatever, so yeah, you know. She gives me a little table dance right there. You know, she going through her, you know, whole lot of this, whole lot of that. The song goes off and another song comes on. She continues to dance. I, you know, pay her, tip her, whatever. She got to make her money. But the longer she sit there, I realized, like, she wasn't trying to beat me out of, you know, any money. Like, she was literally just, you know, just talking to me. She was different. You're right. She was different. Anything sexual, anything, nothing. She was just general conversation. So why me? Out of all these dudes, you're a beautiful young lady. Like I said, she was, she was light, a little bit lighter than me. She was probably winning it. I don't know. I'm not really good with weight. Maybe 140, 130, 140. Somewhat petite, but she was that. She was like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say what it is. But what I do know is that something led me over here to talk to you. Cool. She goes and does her thing or whatever, but then she comes back. She could have been making so much money. You know what I mean? She could have been making so much money, but it was like she continued to talk to me. Don't worry about it, y'all. I don't have a moderator, so I'm trying to get this weirdo off here, so give me a second. You know what I mean? These fake pages, they come on here. It's to be expected. It's my fault. It's only my fault because I don't have my moderator on here. But we'll get him out of here. She's talking to me or whatever, and then like we just started to kick it after that, right? She was going to EKU, which was Eastern Kentucky University. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. This was in Richmond, Kentucky. It's about 35, 40 minutes away. She had been living on campus. 3rd year in college. We talked a couple times. She invites me to her house. Now, when I go to her house, she doesn't live in the dorms. Not uncommon whatsoever. I mean, it's her 3rd year. She's probably 21 at the time. We go to her house, but when I pull up, it's kind of like the projects. Like real life projects, but it's a very, very small town. So it's not like a big projects. It's just, you can tell you in the projects. I ain't questioning who am I to judge anybody. We talk, we kick it, whatever, drinking, having fun. I bring some liquor, she got some liquor. We just kicking it. We do what we do. When I say fine, man, she was fine, man. This would be ongoing, but it wasn't every night. It wasn't every other night. It was probably, if I had to guess, we might have hooked up twice a week. Christmas time came, Christmas break or whatever. When the Christmas break came, she came from a family that they were like in the military, right? They were in the military, so her people at the time, they were in, I want to say Houston, Texas somewhere. Shout out to Houston, H-Town. Shout out to the whole Texas. And so, I don't understand why I can't remove this ignorant son of a bitch. Y'all give me just a second, man. I'm trying to remove this, weirdo. H-Town in the building was good. And so she goes back home or whatever. You know, the college breaks, like when you're in college, man, it'd be like a month, not longer than a month, like 6 weeks long. So she comes back home. We don't talk the whole time. But she's in, you know, visiting her family or whatever in Houston, Texas, or whatever. I don't hear anything from her, but I'm like, all right, I'm young. I don't really even care. I got, you know, I'm still dealing with my daughter's mother. My daughter at the time was 2. My daughter was literally 2 years old. Matter of fact, she wasn't even 2 yet. She was about to be 2, 1.5 or whatever. And so somebody tell me, okay, here it is. Never mind. Yeah. And so, and I'm sorry that my messages are delayed, but like I'm trying to, there's trolls on here, so I'm trying to, I don't have a moderator with me, so I'm trying to get them off here tonight or whatever. But she comes back home and she calls me. She's like, hey, you want to come down tonight? I need to talk to you. Yeah, it's cool. I think he's gone now. I think he's gone now. But whatever the case may be, I know I do need to wake up Miss Pat. James. Miss Pat, he would have been gone, but I think he's gone. So I go to her house. I'm expecting us to do what we normally do. Usually when I get to the door, she got the beer in her hand. She loved drinking Corona way before coronavirus. She had the Corona. Like her stomach was just flat. Like she was just, her body was, and she was, man, she beautiful. Knock on the door. Again, she live in the hood, but it's a very, very small hood. It's a small hood, and it's all good. And Mr. Rogers ain't got shit up on my neighborhood. She comes to the door, and there's something totally different. Like she got a robe on. She got a robe on, and it's not the normal attire that she would have on. Calls me and we sit on the couch or whatever, and she was like, and I noticed she had a heating pad on. I'm a young man. What's wrong with you? What's up with you? Where the brew at? I just wanted to talk to you. What's up? Talk to me. What you got to talk to me about? I'm pregnant. What? I don't say that, but in my mind, what? I'm pregnant. I'm like, damn. She's like, but before you overreact or you know, whatever, I'm not keeping the baby. I'm in college. This is my 3rd year. I don't want any kids. But I wanted to show you, you know, the due diligence, let you know that I'm pregnant. I don't want anything from you, but I did want you to know. Again, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. She don't want nothing from me, nothing. She had a little job. She worked there. There was a place in Lexington, well, around Kentucky, is a restaurant called Ryan's. I know everybody chimes in from different areas, and so you may not be familiar. Some may be. Man, y'all double tap your screen, man, if I get mad. My likes up. I need 1,000 likes. She would work at Ryan's and go to school. See, she lived in the projects because she had caught a DUI. She caught a DUI, and then they were trying to kick her off of, well, they did kick her off of campus. They were trying to kick her out of school. Some people knew some people, so they allowed her to stay in school because she caught the DUI on campus. but no longer could she be on campus. Cheapest place she could go to based on her income or whatever in the projects. But I swear these are the cleanest projects. Man, I ain't the cleanest projects I've ever seen in my life. Not to say the projects are not clean, but I'm saying the shit was just clean, and it wasn't even that many. Like, I ain't seen no roaches. I didn't see none of that shit. That shit was just clean, man. Her mom took her car away from her. She lost her license for like 6 months or whatever. So, you know, she was having to get back and forth to class and work the best way that she could. She started stripping in Lexington, which, like I said, was 35, 40 minutes away, because she didn't want anybody in Richmond, Kentucky, to know what she was doing. Making nice money. Again, I don't really know what to think, because I do reflect back, and I think, fellas, a lot of us, there is no topic. Just rock with me. A lot of us, fellas, have been in situations to where we've been with a young lady, and you know what? She could be pregnant. I did slip up, and I remember that night. She was on top. Yeah, we gonna get a little, you know, not graphic, but we just gonna we adults. We're gonna keep it real, man. And she wouldn't get up. I'm trying to throw up off of me, like, get up, get up. She was light. Like I said, she was only probably 140 in waist. She wouldn't get up. By the time she got up, it was probably too late. So I do know that there was a potential, and I remember that night. Damn, man. My daughter's not even 2 yet at the time. And I'm still halfway fooling with my daughter's mother. But we just weren't, you know what I mean? We weren't seeing eye to eye. She was on top, first mistake. That's why I love y'all, man. She was on top, first mistake. That's just what it was. But you know, I was a young man. You know what I mean? So I'm knowing that it was a possibility, but, you know, I mean, she was in Texas for like 6 weeks. I don't know what she was doing. She said, I go to the doctor on Friday. And I'm going to call you and let you know what the doctor said. Looking back, I should have been like, well, I'm going to go with you. But again, I'm young. I don't know. I literally don't know what to say. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, let me know. She goes to the doctor on Friday. I don't hear anything. Now, imagine, she had just moved into these apartments, right? We're talking about the year 2000. Everybody didn't just have cell phones the way they have them now. She didn't even have a house phone yet. So if she wanted to get in touch with me, she would go to her neighbor's house. She had like a real cool neighbor. White lady, had like 2 kids, and she was super cool. So Michelle would call me from her phone. If I was ever trying to reach Michelle, I knew to call her neighbor's phone, but I rarely called. You know what I mean? Like, I had a phone. So most of the time, you know, she would get at me. See, we got somebody else we're gonna have to block. I didn't hear anything Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What the heck is going on? We end up talking. She calls me. I go back to Richmond, 35, 40 minutes away. Well, when I went to the doctor told me that I may be having twins. What? Twins don't run in my family. But again, I'm listening. I may be having twins. They scheduled me for another appointment for the following Friday. And I'm like, damn, man. following Friday rolls around. I don't hear anything. All the while, I got a pending case. I never told her that I have this pending case. First time ever catching the case, man, in 2000. I got this pending case. Saturday comes. I hear nothing. I'm calling a neighbor. Yes, Michelle. No, Michelle's not. She's not home. Hold on, give me a second. Let me go knock on her door. Nothing. Keeping it all the way real with y'all, man. As real as I can possibly be. One day comes along and I do some dumb shit. I don't even remember what I did. Like I said, I'm out on bond fighting the case, but I got a chance of beating this case because it's really weak. It was on some he said, she said. Oh, yeah, Narada, you know, Narada Simmons, yeah, back then I always had pending cases. I don't now because I grew up. But back then, we talking about 25 years ago, yeah, I did. I get picked up on some bullshit. I don't even remember what it was, to be honest. I go to jail. When I go to jail, I'm already on probation with a pending case. My PO sick of me. They violate me. Lock me up. No bond. I don't have a bond because I got a... when you have a probation or parole violation, there's no bond if it's a felony. And I got a pending case. Hoodies coming soon, pending case. I don't have any way of reaching her. You see, the number was in my phone. I had like the little Nokia phone. Free nights and weekends type Johns. After 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning. If you got a better plan at 7 o'clock in the evening till 7 o'clock in the morning. But I don't memorize the number, so I don't have any way of reaching out to Michelle. I'm hoping that they're gonna allow me to get out, but they didn't. My PO violated me, man. When they violate you means you're not getting out. Like, you're going to the pen, the state pen. I don't know her other than just hooking up with her. Can't really even remember her last name. I'm thinking about it, but I'm thinking about myself just as well. Eventually my phone gets turned off. You know, 30 days or whatever, you don't pay your phone bill, they turn your phone off. Wasn't no extensions and none of that stuff back then. They end up sending me to the pen. It's 2000. Actually, at this point, it was 2001 when I actually got arrested. I come home 3.5 years later. Like April, May, somewhere right around in there of 2004. Only thing I could think about was Michelle and her having these babies, or a baby, or if she had the baby, or twins, or whatever. I didn't know. Imagine, I'm a good individual. Wasn't making the best of choices, but I'm never gonna allow my child or my kids or whatever the case may be to just, and I didn't know. I'm thinking to myself, like, she's probably looking at it like, this dude just changed his phone number and just turned his back on me, man. To this day, man, it bothers me to this day, right now, To this day, it's 2025, gonna be 26. This was in the end of 2020 when I found out. Like, this bothers me 25 years later. I come home 3.5 years later. At the time when I was in there, I wrote a letter. And I found out the name of the place. I knew where she worked at. She worked at Ryan's Steakhouse, like I said, in Richmond, Kentucky. I knew the name of the place, Robinson Terrace Apartments. I knew that she went to Eastern Kentucky University. I knew that she caught a DUI. I knew she had a sister that went to Kentucky State University. And I thought that her last name started with G, as in girl. Because we were just casually kicking it. And you know how it is, man. When you're young, I don't even think she really knew my last name like that. Very, very irresponsible. But that's all that I knew. I knew that she came from a military family. I didn't know nothing. And so I came home, man, and social media was in full effect. And I tried. I was looking for Michelle G, but I didn't know nothing. I was looking up private investigators, man. They charge so many thousands of dollars that there was no way. I went through the criminal records as far as seeing how many people caught DUIs, and like I really, really was trying. But before that, when I was in jail, man, I wrote this letter, as I was mentioning, and I sent it to my mother, and she sent it to the apartment complex that she lived in. And it was more so like a cry, like if anybody will listen, man, this is my situation. I'm trying to find, I don't even remember which unit she lived in, because I didn't remember, but I'm quite sure that they knew. If you could just get her the word that I'm trying to reach her and let her know that this is my situation or whatever, because I knew it was a strong potential that if, you know, by her being pregnant, it was mine. I mean, I'm not trying to leave my child just, you know, out there like that. I never got a response back. And so fast forwarding back to where I was just at, when I came home, I went down there. The place wasn't even there anymore. It was gone. Not necessarily gone, but they had upgraded it, but she was gone. She had always said, I'm not staying in Kentucky. She wasn't even from Kentucky. And to this day, I think that I suffer from a little bit of, I don't necessarily want to say depression, but maybe it is, I don't know. But I hate the fact that I don't know. So I'm sharing some things with you all that I've never, you know, I've talked about this before, but I don't just tell everybody these things about me. But I understand that everybody goes through things in life. Everybody. And so I often look back and I'm thinking like, man, now my mom's like, nah, she would have found you if she was really, but Mom, you can't necessarily say that, even though a lot of things you say is correct. I don't even think she knew my last name the way I didn't know her last name. We were young and dumb and doing silly things, and well, she would have found you. Maybe she would have, maybe she wouldn't have. My whole thing is, to this day, I would love to just talk to her. Just see what happened. Maybe, you know, she kept the child, the kids or whatever. Maybe she didn't, maybe. But I wanted to let her know, and I want to let her know, like, it was not even what it seemed like. As I already mentioned, it would seem as though, okay, I tell you I'm pregnant, I stop hearing from you, I call your phone, the number's disconnected, okay. And she moved on with her life, but it wasn't even like that at all. And I hate that. Like I said, even if the child wasn't mine, the kids weren't mine or whatever, I just feel like I owe her an explanation. And especially if they were mine. And I hate that. You know? Because kids deserve to know like who their father is. And all of these years from 2000. This was at the end of 2000. We're at the end of 2025. I remember her telling me that they will be born in August. She said August or September. August or September of 01. That would mean that they would be 24 going on 25. My daughter's 26. Like, so my oldest, so it's just like, man. Have you ever been in a situation to where you think that you may have a child out there and you want to know, but you don't know? You don't have any earthly, there's nothing that I can possibly do outside of having a few $1,000s to pay a private investigator. And if I had it, I definitely would pay it. But I'm not there yet, and I'm not asking anybody for anything. I'm just simply sharing my story. But I want to know. And I would love to talk to Michelle. If Michelle is even still alive, that, you know, we never know. Life hits you hard sometimes. We don't know. 25 years, a lot of things can happen, man. But I just hate the fact that I know that what she was telling me is accurate, because I remember that specific night. I do. Come on, Ken. She could have got with somebody else. She could have. I'm not saying that she didn't. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, for me, taking accountability for what I remember. And I think that that's something that haunts me every day. Yeah. It haunts me every day. Finally caught alive. Peace. What's good? I appreciate you chiming in, man. What's up, Kens? I ain't doing too much. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. That haunts me every day. Now, not knowing whatever happened 25 years ago. I don't know. I literally do not know. And it's like, damn. Kind of feel helpless, you know what I mean? Kind of feel helpless not knowing, damn, did I have some kids out here? Knowing that they would be grown adults right now. Maybe she didn't keep them. Why would the doctor, if she was planning to abort the kids, which I didn't agree, but I didn't know, I ain't say nothing. I don't believe in it at all, but why would the doctor tell her, well, we need to come back next week because they may be twins? I don't know. You see, when you put yourself in a situation to where you go to prison, man, TB is tough, bro. It's tough. Especially if you like us, man, and we care about our kids, which I'm sure that everybody on here does. You got a beautiful daughter. You got, it's tough, man, because when I put myself in a situation, right? And Steve Wilkos, man, fuck Steve Wilkos, man. I'm not trying to get humiliated. He's all about somebody that's, You know what I mean? I'm not going on. I would never go on that clown show, man. This is some serious shit. Like, I need somebody that's, I don't need it to be on TV. I don't need it to be, you know, televised or like, you know, and eventually, you know, I'll get there to where I can do it. I ain't tripping really. I'll get there to where I can do that. But you got all these dudes, man, that's out here and don't even care about their kids and mad because the mother of their kids don't want to be with them, so now they not fooling with the kids. And then you got guys such as myself and Terry B and James McIlvain and a lot of you all that's on my live right now that really, really love their kids, and it's just like, damn. But when you go to prison, as I was mentioning, man, prison is meant to destroy homes, and these are the type of things that happen, man. You get locked up. These are the type of things that happen. Now, I'm just telling you all my real. I'm not telling you all anything to feel sorry for me, anything like that. I'm just giving you the real. Like, these are the type of things that genuinely happen, man. I don't know what my reaction would be. It would, you know, like, I would be happy. But then I'd be thinking about all the years that I lost, man. You know? Blue Bomberg, 6074. Got big love for your life stories. No judging, just teaching. Houston got big love for you, fam. Thank you, man. Thank you. Shout out to Houston. I would be happy, but it was like bittersweet. Like, damn, all the years that I lost, man. But it was on me. Wasn't nobody else's fault but me. But I would love to get an opportunity to talk to Michelle and just tell her, listen, man, I had this case pending. You and I was just kind of just casual. I didn't know that this was going to happen. I got locked up. I did everything that I could do to reach out to you. I didn't have a phone number for you because I didn't memorize your neighbor's number. I wrote letters. I did everything that I could possibly do. But by the time I got out 3.5 years later, you weren't from here. You don't have any family here. I didn't know your last name, which was my fault. Once again, you was gone. I didn't know how to find you. I didn't know, but I tried and I looked. But I mean, what do? I never stopped searching. I'll never stop wondering and wondering what happened. Man, I see a lot of people, right, at my age, they got several grandkids at this point. You know, they don't just have kids, they kids and they had grandkids, and you know, they playing sports and involved in different things, and it's like, man, I wonder, you know what I'm saying, like what my lineage is. I wonder what, but I don't know. But I do want to know. And you know, as soon as I get an opportunity to find out, it just kills me that I don't know her last name, man. Like, I hate that. You know, when you're young, you just kicking it with a person, and one night I remember being like, what is your last name anyway? And I believe it started with G as a girl, Michelle G. But I was like, okay, and we got to doing what we was doing, and I just don't remember. The possibility of twins would kill me. Stay strong, brother. Yeah, the possibility of one, but let alone twins. Sometimes kids, they grow up and they become something, and they're strong, and you never know really what their mother tells them. And sometimes there are situations such as this. I never turn my back on you if they exist or one exists or whatever. I never turn my back. It was just unforeseen, irresponsible acts on both of our parts. Even as a young man, though, I cared and I wondered and I tried. I couldn't. I may make that my goal. It's always been my goal, but I may really, really focus on that. Then you get these private investigators and they want to charge you all these thousands of dollars and you just don't know, and they beat you out of money but one thing for certain, two things for sure. If you got a criminal, if you have a arrest record in the year of 2000 in Richmond, Kentucky, her name is Michelle, started with a G, I think. Started with a G. And I believe she graduated from Eastern Kentucky University. The year that she would have graduated probably would have been 2001, maybe 2002, or 2003, somewhere right around in that range. It's a black girl, light skin. She looked mixed about my complexion. You don't know if a person's really, really just taking your money or really, really somebody that's really, really serious that's in that field. They could find her probably just like that. All you gotta do is go to find out who graduated from Eastern Kentucky University, the first name Michelle. It wouldn't be hard for a professional to do it. I would love to know. And I'd love to just talk to her and just tell her, Young Moolah, what would you do if she were to come across your channel? The same thing I'm telling you all. I would love if she came across my channel. Would she even recognize me? If I seen her now, would I recognize her? I gotta understand, 25 years, like, people change. Now, somebody seen me today, right? Somebody seen me, I was in a barbershop today. It was a young lady that I went to high school with. Everybody in not everybody in the barbershop, but my barber, we graduated together. Grew up in the same neighborhood together, played football together. His other barber, like a couple other barbers, one, Brian, he's 4 or 5 years younger than us, so he didn't come up with us. But Big Dre, we graduated, went to the same high school, so we all close. And a young lady walks into the barbershop today, and she came in town. She had moved to Charlotte. And she was like, man, you look exactly the same as you did in high school. Picked up a little weight, but maybe I look the same. I don't know. If I seen her now, I can't say if I would know what she looks like, to be honest. Like, I remember what she looked like. Y'all ever, I remember what she looked like in 2000, but 25 years later, I don't know. If I seen her picture on Facebook, if I seen her, I don't know. I would love for her to find me. I would love. But what's the likelihood? But guess we never know. We never know. But as soon as I'm able and I find somebody that I can really genuinely trust, it's not going to just take my money and, we couldn't find her, because it shouldn't, but the information that I have and know, they want thousands, man. They want thousands. Like, I'm not going to get on here and be like, oh, man, I don't have it. I'm not going through that. But what I'm saying is, like, I would love to be able to find her and just talk to her and see what happened. Even if she said, man, I went on and You know, I did what I had to do or whatever. I would love to be able to just talk to her. Decisions we make in life, man, we do things sometimes and it doesn't, the things that we do, it's it doesn't always just affect us, you know. There's other individuals that are involved, affected by our actions. So at the end of the day, it's nobody else's problem, it's nobody else's fault, it's nobody else's responsibility. That's why now I'm very, very careful, man. I'm very, very I'm talking about how careful I am, but I see that my phone is not charging. So I should have known that, but give me just a second. My charger's been hooked up the whole time. Just wasn't charging. I want to simply do the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do, you know? Fofo Block at Fofo Block, my dog. Yo, I just got here. Why I see somebody asking for money. I think they just trolling a little bit. Because if they asking for money, they definitely not asking the right person. Not to say that I wouldn't give it. But you got to check the video out, bro. You got to check out the, you know, from the beginning and you understand. When you do things in life, man, it's just other people that are potentially affected by your actions, by our actions, you know. And you just deal with the consequences. You deal with the consequences, and I think I gotta. Seems like I got a moderator. Somebody's moderating for me. I don't know. But I guess if it's meant to be, I'll find out. You know? Y'all feel free to, I just wanted to share that with you all. A lot of times people like my longer, some idiots on here. I don't even pay them no mind. Rada Simmons, what's good? Y'all feel free to ask me any questions, man. I'm gonna do a Q&A, man. I just want to, like I said, share that with you all. You know, and just let it be known, man. You feel me? What's good, brother? Where y'all at? We all go through things in life, man. Everybody. Everybody. This is the thing that I try to tell people. I don't care if you got money, if you don't have money, if you like, why do y'all think that people that have money, and I talk to my daughter about this all the time, like, she's so, like, I get somewhat amazed by what she sees on social media. And what I'm trying to get her to understand is a lot of these things that we see is just simply not, it's not what you're thinking that it is. People put on their best faces, their best uniforms, their best clothes, their best, to make it seem as though life is grand and life is this and life is that. But we all go through things, man, in life. Sorry, just caught your Sorry, just curious your location. I'm in Kentucky, man. Shout out to California. Shout out to Cali. I got a question, Kens. I use core links to talk to my cousins every other day. How important is it to have somebody on the outside talking to you? Give me just a second, 44 block, and I'm gonna tell you, or 445 block, 445 block. But it's well, let me go on and answer this because I lost my train of thought. Man, if you got somebody on the inside, it is so important for the people. It is so important for them to have somebody to reach out to on the outside. Now, if you keep going back inside, if you keep going back and keep going back, then, you know, but first time or two, man, it's important to have that support. To be able to just pick up the phone and call somebody, like, that's major. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep supporting them. You don't owe anybody anything. But it's good to hear that voice on the other end of the phone, man. When you in there and maybe that can steer a person in the right direction. I always wonder the free world was most foreign to you when you were released. Hold on. Stephen the Water 67. Hey, brother. I always wondered what free world item was most foreign to you when you were released. What free world item was most foreign? I don't know if I had a free world item that was most foreign, because when you say foreign, I'm looking at that as unrecognizable as. But I can tell you the most thing that was appreciated was the phone. Being able to pick up a phone and call somebody anytime you want to. No problem at 445 block. The phone, man. It wasn't foreign. But, man, to be able to pick up the phone and call somebody. You see, when you're in prison, man, it's like the free world, right? Everything costs money, and it takes money. It takes money. I don't care if you got $20,000 out here on the streets, $100,000. If you don't got nobody to send that money into you, guess what? You're gonna be in there without that money. Now, you may hustle and grind and whatever, but when you're incarcerated, it takes money, because the people are really taking advantage of the inmate, if that makes any sense to you. Take advantage of you. Price gouge on the commissary. Well, you don't got to buy it. Yeah, well, you don't have to, but when you see the food that they served in the small increments, and it's nasty, but you have the means of buying commissary, you're probably going to buy it. You somewhere starving, and you got a hot and ready pizza from Little Caesars that was normally $5 at the time. $5 hot and ready, which they not now, but I'm just saying at the time. But they want $30 for it. Nobody's making you buy it. You just eat what they have in the chow hall, the Spanish rice. Get some rice, no meat, piece of cornbread, applesauce, and some coleslaw. Nasty as hell. Nobody made you buy this $30 hot and ready, but it's like dangling a carrot in front of you. Degree deodorant, not the long ones, but the smaller ones. At the time I was locked up, they wanted $5, $4.60 for one. I've been home for over 6 years. $4.60 for a little small. Nobody made you buy Degree. You could have bought the $1 or $2 roll-on that ain't gonna last you. I try to send him at least $100 a month, man. You're a good man. Because you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that. I didn't realize you could Google a prison commissary list. And man, those prices are crazy. Yeah. Like, prison is a business. Locking people up is a business. They get paid. The state pays the jail, the prison, so much money per day per inmate. Then when the inmate's spending money on commissary, buying clothes, spending money on the phone, people come and visit, spend money in the vending machines. Everything is about money. So if you got the means, and I've seen people, last time when I got out of prison, you could spend $125 a week. You could spend $125 a week. And you got some guys in there that's definitely doing that. They're working them trap phones, man. And I ain't saying nothing that nobody knows, because it's just what it is. And so when you working them trap phones, right? And how can you blame an individual? You know you're going to go to the pen. You in a spot to where they allow you to get out on bond. They may give you the ankle monitor or whatever. You fighting your case. You know you're not gonna beat it, but you just doing all the delayed tactics that you can possibly do. You stay out for like a year, 15 months, sometimes 18 months. You got a good lawyer, you can keep delaying that shit. You making your money. Stacking your bread, just stacking it. You out on bond, but you still doing your thing. You ain't really buying too much because you know you're gonna go to jail. So you stack you 70, 80,000. No, it's more, sometimes less, but I done seen some dudes that really, really, really got it. Shout out to all my dogs in Louisville, Kentucky, 502. You go to jail, you got to do a 10-year bid. You got a 10-year sentence, but you got a 80,000 saved up. 10 years is not 10 years in Kentucky, in most cases. Do 10 years, you're going to do 2 years and then see the parole board. But guess what? All that time you was out, that whole year you was out on the ankle monitor, that counts towards your time. So you do another year and see the parole board. Parole board may let you go after doing 2 years, 20% of your time. If not, it may give you another year, year and a half, no more than 2 years, then boom. If it's non-violent, you're going home. You got 100 racks saved up. You're going to come in jail with some money. You got maybe your little cousin, your little brother. You got your YNs, your young partners, man. Leaving one of your trap phones or whatever. Now they got your clientele. They sending bread to you, putting money up based on the clientele that you left. Then you got your girl. Every girl's not with this, but you got a lot that are. They need their hair, nails, toes, all that stuff continuously done. So guess what? You leave her one of the trap phones, but you say, listen, just only deal with these 4 or 5 people. This, once you run out or you get low, call my dude. He gonna come through, re-up with him, and only deal with these 4 or 5 people. Every day I want you to put $40, $50 on the phone. This is back before cell phones was really, really big in prison. Cell phones everywhere in every prison. Yeah, this is the real, man. This is the real, at 445 block. This is what it really is. Now, it's different because everybody got cell phones in prison. But before the cell phones was as popular as they are, you have your girl putting $40, $50 a day, $30, $40 on, on the phone a day, and you calling her and y'all talking, you trying to keep up with her. Same girl that you didn't answer the phone for when you was out. Same girl that, you know, you didn't come home to at night sometimes. Same girl. Now you love her. Now you realize and you want to get married and you all that girl. She's handling your affairs. 4 or 5 people that she's dealing with every day, that money's stacking up. A little $40, $50 a day she's putting on the phone so that you can call her at any given time, ain't nothing. Should be $250 a week. I could spend $125. I got another dude, you send him $125. He can get whatever he wants on the commissary. Plus he eats with me, you know, he can't get whatever he wants, but out of $125 you send him, he ain't got nobody looking out for him. Sending him no money, he can spend $35, $40 of that money. The rest, I never have to go to the chow hall. I can eat everything, all my meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever, off this $250 a week. And if he can cook, he gonna cook that shit. And so when you do them 3 years, let's just say you do 3 years, and she's loyal, she's real with you, man. Then you got 100 G's, you ain't leave it to her, duh. You may have left her, you know, 15, 20,000 with her, but you gonna put the rest up somewhere to where you really, really trust and can't nobody take it from you. And these 4 or 5 people that she has, her sending you $250 a week, doing what she needs to do, and she's putting up X amount of dollars per week. So when you come home, she got outfits for you. You still got your cars, you still got everything, your jewelry, you still got. So when you come home, it's like you never left. You shining, man. I've seen some dudes come out of penitentiary, man, just really, really made some money. It's the Green Dot cards. Back before Cash App, you had Green Dot. You don't want to smoke weed in prison because the drug test or whatever, and it shows up. You smoke that K2 at Spice. You smoke at Spice. Little chapstick tops. Pack a little spice down and inside like the little top of it, like a chapstick or whatever lid. It's like a oregano, it's like a seasoning, $100. Seen a dude make $20,000 in like a month and a half selling spice. It's gonna get you high now. Ain't no telling what the after effects is gonna be. I told y'all the story about Big Tim. Big Tim off that spice, man. That spiggity. That's what they call it. That spiggity. Get high off the spice. Big Tim's significant other got transferred off the yard, or actually checked in, because it was a war between Big Tim and another dude. When Big Tim's quote-unquote woman decided to leave him and went with somebody else, Big Tim couldn't take it. And so he would start smoking his spice. And when he started smoking the spice, some people do different things. You know, they get naked, run through the yard, fight guards, cuss people out, try to fight people, because like they are hallucinating. Big Tim's thing, he gonna print check you. Just checking my phone, y'all. He gonna print check you. What's print check, Kens, man? He gonna walk up on you and grab your print, man. Grown ass man, he gonna walk up on you, print check, nigga. Grab your print, man. Hey, man, what you doing, man? Big Tim, man, wasn't he? He's like 6'2", dark skin, deep voice. Probably at the time 31, 32. Short haircut with the fade, always stayed clean. This dude looked like Damon on Friday, man. Been locked up his whole life, in and out, juvenile. You know, he's a big dude, man. Could fight, would fight. Have respect. knocked a couple people out or whatever. He was a jokester too, though. Big Tim liked me for some reason. I don't know why, but I always was weary. Big Tim will run right up on you and print check you, man. First time I ever seen it was in the chow hall. I knew that it should have been something. Terry Brown said print check. I knew that it was something because you never see Big Tim in the chow hall. Never. There's people sending money every week. Like he just worked out 3 times a day, eat his Jack Mac. It was his favorite thing to eat. Had creatine, eating his Jack Mac, his proteins, his peanut butter, his... But I seen him walking in the chow hall and he had his dark sunglasses, dark shades. He's getting closer and closer. I ain't thinking nothing of it. I seen him, but I'm like, okay, he must be in there, in prison, man. You see no evil, hear no evil. Next thing you know, print check, nigga. That's all you hear. I turn around. Big Tim's walking through, grabbing dudes in the line, just random dudes' prints. But he's high, he's off his spice, his spiggity. You imagine if they just coming through print checking you, grabbing your print. If you ain't got no knife, you ain't got no... So I grabbed a fork, man. Dude that I was in line with, dude come over here trying to print check me, man. I got to stab dude. I'm sorry, man. I can't get... And he's print check, nigga. I mean, that is sensitive down there. Motherfucker just, print check, nigga. Nah, I ain't tough at all. You right. Never said I was. You bitch ass motherfucker. See how tough I am. I ain't letting nobody print check me without we gonna get down. Yeah, we gonna get down. We gonna get down. If I lose, I lose. I ain't never proclaimed to be the toughest dude. I never get on here and talk about, man, I done took a couple L's, man, locked up, man. Not locked up. Part of it, man. Part of life, man. But that old print check thing, man, I ain't really with that, man. So that's what that K2 will do to you. That spice, that spig, that spiggity. Stay off that shit, man. Because you never know. You never know. You damn right I'm 5'11", James. You never know what your reaction is going to be off of it. Motherfuckers walking around print check. Can you imagine, man, you somewhere, you out with your family, at the gas station, you at the grocery store, you at the, the movies, just kicking it, just having a good time, and, there's a random person just comes up and print checks you, man. Can you imagine that? This is what it really was, man. Can you imagine that? The fuck? Nah, bro. Win or lose, man. For my manhood, man, first of all, I'm probably gonna be on the ground because it's hard. He was print checking motherfuckers. They was folding to their knees. Print check, man. That shit is crazy. The crazy things that you see and hear in prison, like prison is the ultimate. Like you hear some gay ass shit in prison, man. Zesty, whatever you want to call it, man. I'm sorry, but you will. And it's like, even though you know that it's very, very zesty, it's like it's accepted. You know what I mean? Two dudes arguing one time, and one dude, he really wasn't even saying nothing. But it's always somebody that's gonna be loud and obnoxious and just has to get their point across. Has to be, you know, say another word, nigga. I remember Pinky and Friday, nigga, say another word, nigga. It's kind of how he was. He wasn't quite as animated as Pinky. Say another word. Say another word, and I'm going to come over and kiss you right in your mouth. First, everybody's looking around like, ooh, ah, ooh, before he said that part, though. Look at him like, did I hear what I thought I just heard? You heard me, nigga. Say another word, and I'm going to come and kiss you right in your motherfucking mouth. The fuck? Hey, 445 block. Hey, this is what he said. And everybody, ooh. There are certain things that are tolerated and said in there that would never be tolerated, and I don't know if they would say it out on the street. Hey, and I heard another dude tell another dude, hey man, turn around and face that wall, man. You disrespected, turn around and face that wall. And when you turn around and face that wall, I'm gonna lay behind you and hold you all night. Once again, you got the people on the side, ooh, you said he gonna hold him. But in all actuality, like, that's zesty as fuck. And it's just totally accepted. Like, dudes will just look at you like, oh, yeah, yes, my dog, what's up? Can you imagine somebody telling you if you say another word, they're going to come and kiss you in your mouth? I'm going to kiss you in your hot mouth. Why would you be telling another man? First of all, that's the way that you threaten a person. Like, this is the way that you know what I mean? Say another motherfucking word, and I'm gonna come and kiss you right in your hot mouth. Prison bully shit tactics, man. Ooh, that's crazy. I mean, what can you say? Well, come and kiss me in my mouth. Leave that dude alone, man. He's on some other, man. He's on some other, man. This type of stuff you see, man. I mean, I've seen some crazy, just... Again, it's like it's accepted in there. And again, it's not everybody. It's not the majority of people. Fleece Johnson over at Hustler Spirit 502. Shout out to Fleece Johnson. Big Lee. Hustler Spirit 502. Fleece said that when he was on the yard in the 70s and the 80s at Eddyville, which Eddyville was a Kentucky State Penitentiary, KSP, home of Death Row. Only maximum security prison in Kentucky. Said that probably 85-90% of the yard was zesty. I don't know. Can't say that where I never been to Eddyville. I'm glad that I didn't, man. It was a tough yard back in the day. Probably still is now, even though they say half the yard are check-ins. Just because you a check-in don't mean that you a punk. Maybe you know, I don't know, but I'm still not buying. It's a maximum security prison for a reason. Individual cells. The only prison that I know of that has individual cells. Everybody else that has cells, you're going to have a cellie. Somebody sharing the cell with you. Well, Fleece Johnson did a lot of his time at, Kentucky. Fleece is from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. So I know a lot of the things that I've heard about Fleece is really, really real. These youngsters think that they can just go into prison, no ramifications, no sort of consequences. They can do whatever they want to do. Not even fully understanding that, like, it's real life, it's reality. Ain't no guns in there. Absolutely no guns in there. You got to be able to throw these things, man, and protect yourself. You don't know where you're going to get sent. You don't know if the feds is going to pick your case up. Yeah, if you're in the state somewhere, okay, you probably going to see your homeboy somewhere. Not the feds. And even if you are in the state, you're dealing with some gorillas, man. It's so sad. So sad that a lot of people have to learn the hard way. Like, you dealing with some dudes, man. Just imagine you been out here on the streets drinking, smoking, getting high, whatever, getting money. Ain't really taking care of yourself. And so, here, man, let me get this weirdo out of here, man. I think we got a troll, man. Who deflated you? I don't know. Probably your mama. Probably your mama. And so when you come into prison and you have that mentality, that tough mentality of you can do this and you can do that and you can, it sounds good. It all sounds good. So they put you in a cell with a real live gorilla for real. 6 foot, 6'1", 225, 230, 215. Straight chisel. Been working out 10 years straight, twice a week. Sometimes, twice a day. 6 times a week. Sometimes 3 times a day. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, brother? I'll do something. I'll grab me a knife. Man, penitentiary, man, you ain't just walking around with no knife like that. Yeah, there are people that have them. Keep them hidden. Keep them in, certain spots or whatever. But you get patted down, you get shook down, you're not just walking around with a knife in prison like that, dog. And even if you got one, you still got to be able to, because this person is way, way stronger and can overpower you. You ever had a big brother, big cousin, or somebody, no matter how big, no matter how much you worked on your fight game, your wrestling game, you just couldn't beat them? They were just stronger than you. They were just tougher than you. They were just, they've been working out 10, 12 years straight. You think that you just gonna come in here? Your homies can't save you when the lights go out. And it's gorilla. You think he don't have partners, homies? He does. He does. You going on with that tough stuff. He was tough out there on the streets. I hate it. But you're gonna run across your Fleece Johnsons. Your Fast Eddies. It will just knock you straight out and just pull your Johnson out and go for what he knows, man. Document these dudes that like people genuinely know about. Your chocolates, your big Rufus. Yeah. People you don't run across, man. You coming up with all that old tough guy stuff and you acting, we're gonna find out how tough you really, really are, man. Penitentiary is no place to be. Again, I never proclaimed to be a tough guy or anything of the sorts. Was good, Troy. I just know how to conduct myself and just be me. If it goes down, it goes down, man. If I gotta get down, I gotta get down. It's not my preference. It's not what I want to do. But if that's the case, then that's the case. I think it's sad to see so many of these kids and young people, man, just getting locked up. But what can you tell them? What can you tell anybody? Nobody can tell me anything because I'm a 4-time loser. Absolutely, we live in a cruel world. 4-time loser. Tried my hand at the system 4 times and lost. We must figure out a better way, man. We got kids out here. We got beautiful women, girls, some women, they go through it, got husbands, and you got mothers and fathers, and man, know what it's like to lose a sibling, a child, a parent when you're locked up. Kentucky, you can't even go to the funerals, and even if you could, what does that really, really mean? What does that really, really mean? We got to be out here for our peoples, with our peoples. Locking people up is a business. It's not gonna slow down and go out of business anytime soon, at all, really. Every day they catching us up, man, sending us down, sending us to the penitentiary, making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off of us. Jobs that they would have to pay people $25 an hour to give us $1 a day, $2 a day, $2 a day, man. I seen dudes that I ain't never working for the man. I ain't never doing this. I ain't never do that, but going to penitentiary and tap dance. You one of the highest paying jobs on the yard for $140 a month. $140 a month. $140 a month. And that's a high paying job. If you got a regular job, you're gonna make about $26, $27 a month. $28 a month. You wanna work every day, 5 days a week. Working. But when it comes to working out here, guess what? You won't work for $15 an hour. Nah. That's you beyond that. You can't work for $15 an hour, $16 an hour until you get something better. Can't work at McDonald's, Arby's, Burger King, or whatever. Nah, I ain't doing that. But you go in the penitentiary and scrub toilets because they gonna make you do it. They'll make you do a whole lot of things, man. A whole lot of things for way less money. Y'all think about it, man. Want to go into prison and work for $27 an hour? Because you are going to work. And then you sending home copies of your GED. Mama, I did it. I got my GED. That's great, son. I'm proud of you. But in all actuality, you could have done that on the streets. Better, late than never, but you literally could have done that on the streets. Literally. Sometimes, man, we never just quite understand until it's too late. I'm gonna make sure that it's the next time I go live, I'm gonna have Miss Pat in the building. I promise you, I'm gonna have Miss Pat in the building. I just talked to her a couple days ago. She hit me up on my Facebook page. Keep these imposters out of here, man, these trolls. But I'm about to jump off here. Right, go home, lay it down. Lay it down, lay it down. Appreciate y'all chiming in with me this morning. What time is it where I'm at? I don't know where y'all at. Where I'm at is 2:16 a.m. Go on for a minute, lay it down, but we'll get with y'all. Appreciate you. RealkenzTV. Y'all have a beautiful morning, man. We out.